Aston Martin has been quite busy in recent years. About 2 years ago, they launched the DB11. Then last year came the DB11 Volante, which is the convertible version. And now for the first time in Toronto, we're getting to see the new Vantage model. We spoke with Laura Schwab, who's president of Aston Martin North America, to talk all things Aston Martin. What a beautiful new car.
Yeah, I know.
I was at Gaydon back in 2004.
Excellent.
And I attended the launch of the DB-R9 race car, which is kind of like that, but that's on a Vantage platform, right?
Yes.
So that was the DB9 platform race car. And
did you do a factory tour and everything?
I got the factory tour. You know, funny enough, the guy who gave us the factory tour actually ended up moving to Toronto and working for Grand Touring. I can't remember his name right now, but when I saw him here, it was about 2 years after, and I'm like, you look familiar. And then in conversation, the whole factory tour came, and you're the guy who gave the factory tour. So I got to walk the facility, and back then, the DB9 was in production. The previous Vantage had not gone into production. So we went into one room and the car was sort of undisguised, and I guess even he didn't know it was gonna be there, and he's like, okay, you're in here, but no photography. This is the car.
Yeah, you're not allowed to see
but you're not allowed to see that. You're not allowed.
We're very protective of those sorts
exactly,
of things.
but that was fantastic, and then I got to keep a DB9 for a day and driving around UK. That was awesome, and then over the years, Grand Touring has helped with a couple of Aston Martin stories. I haven't done an Aston Martin story in a while, though.
There's a lot to talk about.
I know, with the new Vantage and the AMR DB11.
Yeah, and then the DBS comes
Super
out.
Leggera.
Super Leggera comes out the end of the year. The convertible, the Volante DB11. So that just going on sale now.
Right.
Yeah, so you got, like in order, you got DB11 V12 Coupe, DB11 V8, DB11 Volante, then Vantage,
Right.
AMR DB11, and then DBS Super Leggera. That's this year.
It's a busy year.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So which one is your company car?
So I've been driving a V12 Coupe, and I just switched to a V8 Coupe, which I love. But I think for summer, I'm gonna probably Volante.
Volante, of course. You gotta.
I know, and then Vantage.
So you're probably out in California, right?
I am in California.
How can you not have a convertible in California?
I know. They're all brilliant, so we're really lucky.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I've been with the company for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think long time ago it was Christina Cheever with Aston Martin.
That was that was
2004, earlier than that.
Yeah, earlier than that.
And then at the time, in 2003, 2004, your designer was Hendrik Fisker.
Yeah.
And then when he started his own coach build thing, Christina, moved with him. I think she's with Porsche now.
Yeah, I've actually heard from her because she's in California. So then my predecessor was a guy named Julian Jenkins. And then I was with Jaguar Land Rover for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so 5 years in the UK.
Oh, very good.
And I got recruited to Aston Martin on a factory tour. I know the chief marketing officer.
Oh, wow.
Simon Sproul, and he's like, oh, this is Andy Palmer. And then they were like, and I'm literally getting a tour of the factory, like learning how the cars are made. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Right.
Because the cars are still handmade, and it takes.
And what a setting that factory is.
It takes like upwards 300 hours to make one car. And then I meet Andy Palmer, and he's like, and he showed me DB11. And he's like, this is our second century plan. You know, we're 103 years old at the time, now 105. And this is about us moving into our next 100 years.
Exactly.
And he said, we want you to be part of it. And I'm like, I'm in.
Wow.
No, so I
traded the Jag in for an Aston Martin.
I went home and I said to my husband, who's English, you know, because living in England, I was like, well, they want me to be president of Aston Martin for the Americas. I said, we'd have to move to the United States. And he's like, that's the coolest job in the world. I was like,
it is.
Kind of is.
It is.
Yeah, so anyway, that's
first time you step on, like, you're probably in Irvine?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you go to Irvine, spend a day, it's like, yeah, I can live here.
Yeah, it is. Well, you know what's funny is my husband being British, he lands and he's like, if we don't like it, if it doesn't go well, can we, move back?
Can we move back? Yeah.
I said, of course we can. He's like, we'll give it 2 years. 1 week in living in Orange County, he's like, we live in paradise.
Exactly. It is paradise.
So yeah, it's really good. So it's been it's just an awesome journey, and for me, like, to be part of the business at this moment in time is just so cool, especially for you, like seeing what's happening with the brand, having been to the factory and hopefully falling in love with our cars.
And seeing the brand mature. I've been a Aston Martin fan since I was in diapers, probably. And the 80s were very ho-hum. There wasn't much going on until there was a blip in 85 when they did the Zagato V8.
Yeah.
And that car was like, wow, it's on the V8 Vantage platform, but the shape is completely different. 50 units being made, that whole mystique about that, wow, okay, that is my new dream car. And then in the 90s, they did the big V8 Vantage with the twin superchargers.
Yeah.
And that was the new dream car. And then it was like, okay, news came that was gonna get killed off. Like, what is Aston Martin going to do? And then 98, Detroit Auto Show, the Project Vantage, which became the Vanquish.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it was like, okay, the brand is moving forward. This is very cool, very cutting edge. And it's been going up ever since. So that came out, DB9 came out, V8 Vantage came out, Rapids come out. So the brand is just constantly, it's not stopping.
No, and I think this moment in our history has been the most critical and most crucial, and our results have been so good. And so we were, Brand Finance named us the fastest growing automotive brand in the world at the end of last year, which is so cool, right? And then we got like all these launches this year, so I know, and there's the...
Yeah, this is my first time seeing that in the flesh, and
it looks so much. Seen it yet.
It looks so much better in the flesh than in pictures, because I wasn't sure with the nose of the car when you see it in pictures, but seeing it in person, it makes.
Yeah, and I think too, like any of our cars, how you spec it, really tells your personality.
Yes.
So, this line essence has just a lot of wow factor to it.
Exactly.
See it in white, see it in black, see it in blue. Like you can really get a totally different feel.
Exactly. I've been very fortunate to spend quite a bit of time with the older V8. I never got to drive the V12 Vantage though, so I missed out on that. But the V8s, a friend of mine in Oakville, which is not too far from here, he had one for just over 3 years. He owned one of these. And I got plenty of time to spend in his car, and what a lovely car it is.
You know what it is too, I think with any Aston Martin, and we our customers say this too, so I'm not making up, when you turn the car on, there's nothing like the sound of an Aston Martin.
Yes.
It just, so
it's an instant smile.
It is. Well, it makes you feel an emotion, and that's like the best thing ever, right?
Yep.
You wouldn't want that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, they're emotional cars.
Yeah, they're very special. So we're lucky. And this car turned out cool. That they worked with
with an artist.
Yeah, a tattoo artist.
Wow.
This really cool wrap on it, which I think.
So is it wrap with him tattooing on top of the wrap?
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks really cool though.
Yeah, no, I was watching all the videos. I think they came out yesterday about the AMR. And I woke up in the morning, checked YouTube, and wow, there, AMR video. Okay, I'll watch a few of those. And you know how you mentioned about different colors showing different emotion?
Yeah.
That dark blue car, that's sort of like, that's me.
I know. You're like,
that's my car.
You're like, that's the car for me now.
Yeah, the car with the, you know, the green car with the stripe. Yeah, that's fine, but that's not me. But that dark blue, I see that and like.
Well, that's why you see people really take the cars and make them bespoke. So, you know, we've got an area of our business called Q.
Yes.
And that's where you...
Q by Aston Martin, yeah.
It's awesome. And that's where you can really go in and say, like, I want this color, I want this thread, like, match this color.
Yes.
I want it just like that.
Yeah.
Anything you want, they can do, which is...
Yeah, no, that is awesome, and that's you know, being that service available from the manufacturer themselves rather than having to go to an outsider.
Yeah,
because it's never the same when you go through an outsider.
And it won't be, you know, and the work's impeccable. You know, because especially like if you're doing specific paint, you know, you've got like 7 coats of paint on every single. The paint process alone is like 50 hours.
Wow.
So that's why when you touch our cars, I was saying you touch them, they almost feel soft.
Right.
And you're like, why does it feel so soft? It's because of our paint process. So
the other
and then keep doing it 7 times.
And the other thing I find very appealing about the Aston Martin paint job is because you guys are using water-based paints.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the deflection of regular water-based paint. It still has the quality of the oil paint.
Yeah. Well, it's just got beautiful depth to it.
Yeah, no, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Well,
so this car in Canadian market, where does it start at pricing wise?
Off the top of my head, around I think it's 174.
174, okay.
And it goes on sale really starting in July.
Okay.
So you're only a few months away.
Wow.
And we'll get our first drivable cars up and into the market in the next few weeks.